Don't forget to click the subscribe button. Thank you. The Vengeance of Madame Koy.
In the quiet outskirts of a Nigerian town lies a prestigious all-girls boarding school, shrouded in mystery and whispers of a haunting presence, Madame Koy. Among the new students was Ada, a bright and curious girl. Little did she know, her life was about to change forever. On her first night, Ada heard the legend of Madame Koy, a vengeful spirit of a former teacher, whose ghost still roams the halls, seeking revenge. Amidst the fear, Ada found solace in her friendship with her roommate Chika. Their bond quickly deepened into a secret and forbidden romance. One night, Ada heard mysterious footsteps echoing in the hallway. She ventured out and encountered the ghostly figure of Madame Koy, her red shoes clicking ominously. As the hauntings became more frequent and violent, the girls' lives were filled with terror. Ada and Chika tried to uncover the truth behind Madame Koy's curse. They discovered that Madame Koy had been wrongfully accused and killed by the school's administration years ago. Her spirit sought justice and revenge. Determined to end the haunting, Ada and Chika devised a risky plan to communicate with Madame Koy and put her spirit to rest. Their plan backfired. Madame Koy's spirit, fueled by rage, unleashed her full wrath. The school descended into chaos as students fled in terror. In the chaos, Chika was fatally wounded by the vengeful spirit. Ada, heartbroken and helpless, watched as the love of her life slipped away. With Chika's death, Ada was left shattered. The hauntings didn't stop. If anything, they grew worse, leaving Ada to face the horrors alone. The tale of Madame Koy and the boarding school remains a haunting reminder of unresolved vengeance. Beware the tales of old, for some spirits never rest.
Dared to seduce the fattest girl in town.
In a small Nigerian town, a tale of hidden desires and a daring bet begins. Meet Ace, a young, vibrant, androgynous woman, and a bet that leads her to an unlikely fate. Ace was the most popular woman in town, having cliques of friends and adoring women pining for her attention. To the outside world, she appeared happy and full of joy, but beneath the surface, Ace longed for a love so deep it feels the loneliness brewing just beneath the surface. In the same town lived Ezine, a young fat woman who kept to herself. Because everywhere Ezine went in town, the people laughed at her because of her size. Ezine had no friends or lover. One day, Ace and her friends parked their car by the small supermarket in town, laughing and sharing drinks. As Ezine passed by with her head down, they laughed at Ezine as she entered the supermarket. Someone shouted, "Don't break the floor, ooh!" And they all laughed again. One of Ace's friends dared her.
I dare you to seduce her in 1 week.
What do I get if I win?
I will give you 100K cash.
Ace agrees to the dare. The next day, Ace found Ezine walking home. Ace says hello. Surprised, Ezine looks up. Ezine tried to walk faster, but Ace kept her pace. Soon, Ezine stopped.
What do you want?
I want to talk to you.
Why?
Because I want to.
Ace and Ezine's friendship grew. Once reluctant, Ezine opened up, and Ace found herself drawn to Ezine's wits and humor. Every evening they meet under a secluded tree on Ezine's street, and on the third evening they shared their first kiss. Passion blossomed between them, hotter than they expected. The simple kiss turned heated, and soon they found themselves on Ezine's bed. As the seventh day of the bet loomed closer, Ace started avoiding her friends, even avoiding the usual hangouts, because now Ezine was more than a dare. Worry gnawed at Ace. Torn between telling Ezine about the dare or telling her friends she was falling in love with Ezine. But beneath all that, one question niggled at Ace. Should she tell Ezine? On Saturday afternoon, Ezine decided to get her groceries at the town supermarket. As she reached the entrance, Izina sees Ace and her friends around a car, talking and laughing. Her eyes meeting Ace. Izine waved at Ace, but Ace looked away just as one of her friends noticed. Embarrassed, Izine tried to walk as fast as her legs could carry her, but the embarrassment and the pain in her heart made her clumsy, and she fell. Horrified and heartbroken, she confronted Ace in the presence of her friends, and Ace confessed everything in a moment of despair. Ace watched Izine walk away, tears in her eyes. Later that night, plagued by guilt, Ace couldn't bear the hurt look she saw on Izine's beautiful face, knowing she put that look there. Her heart ached, with her mind made up. Ace goes to find Izina, hoping to God she hadn't ruined her chance at love. Izina, having cried herself to sleep, woke up to the sound of knocking. With blurry eyes, she opened her door to find the source of her heartache. Izina shouts at Ace with pain in her heart, but Ace apologizes and promises to never hurt Izina again. In the end, Ace couldn't let her friends teasing and laughing stop her from loving Izina, and Izina couldn't let her insecurities keep her from loving Ace and being loved by her.
Mira's wicked uncle.
Welcome to today's tale of forbidden desires and intricate family dynamics. In a grand Indian estate, meet young Mira, who lost her parents in a tragic accident, leaving her in the care of her uncle Vikram. In the twist of fate, Mira's life that was once joyful turned dark in the hands of her wicked uncle. One night, her drunk uncle barged in Mira's room and started forcing himself on her. Mira, who was only 10 years old, didn't know what was happening or why was the uncle hurting her. She felt like her whole body was about to collapse. This went on every night for 2 years. Mira felt like she was in an unending nightmare. One day, Mira woke up to the buzzing sound of wedding preparation and guests filled the house. Mira asked a servant what was going on, and she was told that her uncle is getting married. Happiness filled Mira's heart hearing the news, hoping her uncle's abuse would stop. That very night, after the celebration ended, Mira went to bed with a sense of relieved. As sleep was about to claim Mira, her uncle barged into her room, forcing himself on her once again. With tears, Mira asked her uncle, "I thought you have a wife now and this would stop." The uncle warned Mira, "If you ever open your big mouth and tell anyone about this, I will kill you." Immediately the uncle left her room. She dragged her bruised and battered body out of bed, crying in pain. Mira wiped the blood on her thigh and vowed that she will take revenge on her uncle. As years went by, Mira learned how to avoid her abusive uncle most night, although some nights the nightmare happens. One evening, Mira bumped into her uncle's wife Sangeeta in the garden, crying with severe bruises on her face. Mira embraces Sangeeta, comforting her. Through tears, Sangeeta tells Mira about the brutality she suffers in the hands of Vikram. Since that day, Mira and Sangeeta's friendship became closer through shared pain caused by the same man. Whenever Mira's uncle beats Sangeeta, she finds comfort in Mira, and whenever her uncle rapes Mira, she finds comfort in Sangeeta. Mira and Sangeeta bond deepens. Shared glances and stolen moments leading to forbidden desires that defies familial norms, their passion igniting as Mira and Sangeeta navigate their forbidden affair. One weekend, a sudden call pulled Vikram on a business trip, leaving the two secret lovers alone. The day seemed brighter, the birds chirping louder. Mira and Sangeeta loosed themselves in their passionate embrace, reveling in the freedom to express their love. However, Vikram's business trip was cut short. He came home shocked by what he saw. He suffered a severe heart attack that led to his death. With the passing of the funeral, Meena and Sangeeta celebrates their freedom, no longer plagued by the wickedness and brutality of Vikram.
Nadia and the Snake Goddess.
For in a remote village surrounded by dark forests, the villagers were plagued by misfortune. Crops failed, children fell ill, and fear spread like wildfire. The desperate villagers turned to an ancient, sinister ritual for salvation. The villagers believed that offering a pure soul to the dangerous snake in the forbidden cave would lift the curse. They cruelly chose Nadia, an orphan girl known for her kindness and innocence. Nadia was brought to the mouth of the forbidden cave, her heart pounding with fear. The villagers pushed her inside, sealing her fate with a prayer to the dark forces. Inside the cave, the air was thick with dread. Nadia trembled as she came face to face with a massive, dangerous snake. Its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light. As the snake slithered closer, it suddenly transformed into a stunning goddess named Seraphina. The goddess had been trapped in the snake's form for centuries, waiting for someone pure to break her curse. Seraphina revealed her true nature and intentions. She had been watching over Nadia, captivated by her pure heart and spirit. The goddess vowed to protect Nadia from the villagers' cruelty. Over time, Nadia and Seraphina's bond deepened. They spent their days exploring the mystical cave and their nights sharing stories and secrets. A profound love blossomed between them. The villagers, realizing their curse had not lifted, grew suspicious and returned to the cave. They discovered Nadia and Seraphina together and plotted to destroy the goddess and reclaim Nadia. Seraphina unleashed her true power to protect Nadia. The cave became a battleground of magic and fury. In the end, the villagers fled in terror, realizing they could never overcome the goddess. With the villagers gone, Seraphina and Nadia were free to be together. Their love flourished, and the cave became a sanctuary of magic and romance hidden from the world.
She killed her husband and inherited his wealth and daughter.
In a Nigerian village, a tale of dark desires and forbidden love begins. Meet Chinwe, a woman with hidden ambitions and a plan to change her fate. Chinwe was married to Eze, a wealthy businessman. To the outside world, they appeared as the perfect couple, but beneath the surface, Chinwe harbored sinister ambitions. Chinwe discovered a secret about a hidden treasure that could be unlocked through a dark ritual. Driven by greed, she made a fateful decision. Chinwe sought out a dark sorcerer who revealed the details of the ritual. The price for unimaginable wealth was a human sacrifice. Her husband, Eze. On a moonless night, Chinwe lured Eze into the forest. With a heavy heart masked by determination, she performed the ritual, ending his life. Chinwe's newfound wealth came with a heavy price. Tormented by guilt and haunted by vengeful spirits, her nights were filled with terror. Ada, Eze's beautiful daughter from his first marriage, returned home. Unaware of Chinwe's dark deeds, she found solace in her stepmother's arms. Chinwe and Ada grew closer, their bond deepening into a passionate, forbidden romance. The love they shared was both a solace and a source of new conflict. Ada stumbled upon Chinwe's dark secret one stormy night. Horrified and heartbroken, she confronted Chinwe, who confessed everything in a moment of despair. Despite the horrors revealed, Ada's love for Chinwe turned into a twisted obsession. She decided to join Chinwe in her dark path, embracing the darkness together. Their love, now corrupted by darkness, led them deeper into a spiral of horror. The spirits grew stronger, and the village began to sense the evil brewing within. In the end, their love couldn't save them. The dark forces they unleashed consumed them both, leaving nothing but a tale of horror and tragedy.